The Gorge tells the story of two elite snipers, an American named Levi, Miles Teller, and a Lithuanian named Dresa, Anya Taylor-Joy, who have apparently been assigned by the military wings of their respective governments to guard opposite ends of a deep and seemingly impenetrable gorge. Within the gorge are strange, humanoid-like creatures dubbed the Hollow Men, named after a T.S. Eliot poem that could potentially be a threat to the world. It's up to Levi and Dresa to eliminate these fiends before the creatures reach the top of the enormous chasm. There's only one caveat: they aren't allowed to make contact with one another. Still, make contact they do, via the messages they write and hold into the air so the other can zoom in and see what they have to say from a distance. During one of these long-distance connections, Levi notices Dresa is visibly upset on the anniversary of her father's death. Concerned, Levi fires a cable across the chasm and zip wires across to be with her and offer her comfort. Their relationship deepens from then on, but before true love can blossom, Levi falls into the gorge when his zip line breaks on the way back to his base. Not willing to let her man die, Dresa dives in after him and enters the hellish confines of the gorge that is crawling with the hollow men and creepy large spiders. Together, Levi and Dresa battle against the monstrosities around them and, in the process, discover the secrets of the gorge and the real reason why they have been tasked with guarding it. In T.S. Eliot's poem, the Hollow Men are described as shapeless, soulless beings stuck between life and death who inhabit the underworld. The poet's description matches that of the Hollow Men in the film. Initially, it's assumed they are monsters, possibly alien in origin. But when Levi and Dresa discover and watch an old film located in an underground lab, they discover the truth: these strange creatures were once human. During World War II, the East and West worked together to create a new kind of chemical weapon. An earthquake disrupted their plans, causing a chemical leakage that infected the soldiers and scientists based at the facility. Once contaminated, their DNA merged with other living things around them, including plants and insects. This caused them to mutate and become the hybrid humans who, as in Eliot's poem, were neither living nor dead. In short, they became zombie-like creatures with no soul. Levi and Dresa believed they had been hired by the military to guard the gorge, but during their exploration of the underground facility, they discover it was actually Dark Lake, a huge corporation specializing in genetic research, that had called them into action. This organization's goal was to study the mutated creatures with the ultimate aim of learning how to create super soldiers using the creatures' DNA. Levi and Dresa were an unwitting part of this top-secret mission. Unbeknownst to them, they were also considered expendable, as Dark Lake aimed to eliminate them after their year-long stay at the gorge so as to ensure their, literal, silence after their work was done. After several near-death experiences in the gorge, Levi and Dresa connect a conveniently placed jeep to the broken zip line cable on the wall. They then use the jeep to scale the wall and lift themselves to safety. They aren't out of danger yet, however. After realizing that they may have been contaminated by the airborne chemicals that had mutated the people down below, they are attacked by Dark Lake boss Bartholomew and her crew. The situation becomes very heated as they fight for survival, but they manage to make it out of the skirmish alive by activating a failsafe protocol that causes a massive explosion, wiping out both evidence of the gorge and the Dark Lake boss in the ensuing blast. Unfortunately, there's no time to celebrate as Levi and Dresa know they have to quarantine for several days to see if they have been contaminated. Do they become mutants? Mercifully, no. As the movie draws to a close, we discover the two of them are chemical-free. After spending a brief period apart, they later reunite in France. It can be assumed that the two of them then went on to live a normal life, free to continue their relationship and have the kind of happy ever after ending that both thought had eluded them. Overall, The Gorge is a pretty good movie, though some might be annoyed at the romantic aspects of the plot that get in the way of the action. The movie's story is a little implausible and hastily rushed through, but there are enough creepy moments, and one impressive jump scare, that will keep audiences invested. As such, this movie, now streaming on Apple TV+, can be recommended. It will suit both horror and romance fans, making it ideal for Valentine's Day viewing for couples with varying film tastes.